Hi everyone, this is Amy Andrews, and Carol has asked me to do a vlog for her blog to talk about my book that's been out for a little while now called Limbo, which has just recently been recovered and is actually on sale for 99 cents for the next little while. So Limbo is a bit of a different book for me. It's a genre mashup. We have some mystery, some PI, some noir. The heroine is a cadaver makeup artist, ex-rock chick. The hero is a PI, an ex-disgraced cop turned PI. There's a slight paranormal element to it as well. There's romance, there's comedy, there's quirk, there's a lot of a big cast of secondary characters that all help to make the book a little quirky, to say the least. But I guess the problem with a book like that is, as much as you love it and as much as your publisher might love it, is how to cover that book. So when you as a reader or I as a reader are looking at it on screen, we can give it there's some idea of what the book is actually about by just looking at it. So the very first cover that we had for the book very much revolved around joy, and we wanted to signal to people that whilst there was some romance in it, it wasn't one of my sort of more focused romance novels. So we wanted to not give the impression that there was going to be a happily ever after with the couple. So we concentrated mainly on Joy, on the main character, and featuring her on the cover. So this was the first cover for Limbo, for the book Limbo. So we sort of have the impression of the light at the end of the tunnel, giving it that kind of limbo-esque look, and then the heroine. And so I don't think any of us were really kind of wrapped in the cover. We've been through lots of different varieties, and we loved what we come up with, but I guess a lot of us felt that that we weren't really sure how it would fly. So it's been out there in the world now for almost a couple of years, and the people who have loved it have read it, but I guess it doesn't really say that it's an Amy Andrews book. And my publisher and I were recently talking about how, because I've got the second book in the series will be coming out early next year, and we were talking about how we could recover the book. Definitely needed recovering so we could reach a wider audience. And there was a lot of backing and forthing about how we would do that. And we got down to the fact that it's too hard to cover. It's too hard to put into one little tiny cover and to something that appears so small on a digital screen, that a digital shop. And that the best thing to do is to try and cut above the typical covers that are out there and really focus on the book being quirky. Really try to appeal to people's sense of quirk, something that makes them curious, something that's different, that's not like all the other covers out there. There's not man abs on it, there's not a couple. It's something that sort of stands out as you look at it on the screen. And so I'm so excited about the new cover because it's absolutely perfect. So I'm going to show you the new cover now. So this is it here. So we have this bright orange cover. We have the shadowing on Limbo, so it kind of gives it that woo-woo element. We have my screen is reflecting a little bit, sorry about that. We have this goldfish bowl with the goldfish in, and this is Ralph the goldfish, who is one of the many quirky characters in the book, and it really signifies, there's a bit of a nod and a wink to the quirk in the book. And then of course you've got my credentials there as well, so people who know me as a romance author can still see that there's romance in it, but with the title and the shadowing, You can also see, and of course the blurb that goes with it, that's a bit better. You can also see that it's something that's not sort of my usual fare either. The best thing I like about this cover in particular is that the other 3 books in the series will all, or can all, if we, if this cover ends up being as successful as I hope, can all have some kind of fishbowl icon on it as well. Maybe next cover will have a fishbowl with a castle in it, and the time after that we'll have a fishbowl with a diver in it, or something along those lines. I think it can become quite an iconic cover, and I just love how eye-catching the orange is. It's not a headless man with abs. It's something I think that really stands out and really draws the eye. So, as I was saying, if you're into a bit of mystery, a bit of love, a bit of woo-woo, best time to buy it is to rush out now. It's 99 cents on sale for the next little while, so it's a bit of a bargain. I also just wanted to show you something else that when I was in, this time last year I was in Venice with my husband and some friends, and we were on a cruise. And when I was in Murano, which is they're very famous for their glass and their glass blowing there, I came across this little glass piece that I couldn't resist because it reminded me so much of Ralph the goldfish from Limbo, because Ralph the goldfish gets a girlfriend in the book. So when I saw this little piece of glass, I just had to buy it, and it sits on my windowsill and the sun comes through and it reminds me of Limbo every single day. It's so cute and so beautiful. Just gorgeous to think that somebody actually hand blew that. All right, on that note, I will put that there. No, can't see it. On that note, I will leave the video as is. Just to say that if you like the cover and the story intrigues you and you want to give it a try it now. It's only 99 cents. Thank you. Bye.